Episode 342 of Bucco Bantr, the Alex Stumpf Show. We're back here at PNC Park. Alex, a little bit different vibe today after last night. The Pirates drop a heartbreaking loss to the Phillies last night. Overall message that you heard from Donnie after the game, what do you got?
I mean, it's not from Donnie, but just what we have seen from the bullpen and the concerns there were all validated. Like, there's some issues there. It's one thing to see Mason Montgomery and Gregory Soto have maybe an off night for once, but like the right-handed pitchers have really struggled lately, whether it's Santana, Johan Ramirez, it's just a rough spot right now. And I don't know how they fix it right now. Like, they brought up Brandon Benoit. He's their best reliever prospect. They selected the contract of Chris Davinsky a couple weeks ago. I don't know how much this can be fixed internally right now, and it's way too soon to look at a lot of external additions.
Oh, that's what I want to talk about, the external additions. Like, I know it's too early for teams to consider whether they're buying or selling, right? But could they go and make a non-sexy move for a veteran, I don't know, guy that's going to be more reliable, maybe more consistent, that to plug in the back of this bullpen?
I don't know if you could put him in the back end. I mean, you could find middle relief. I mean, there's always the waiver wire, this stuff like that. I think there are also going to be some free agents available here in the next couple weeks because of upward mobility clauses and, opt-out dates. May 31 is a very popular date for that, so maybe there is an option there. But, I mean, we're talking about someone who's in AAA with another club who's not getting promoted to the majors. You could see something, but you can't count on that as a big fix.
We heard it from Donnie last night in the press conference. Monty's been great. Schwarber's just been incredibly hot lately. Soto has been so good all year. Dennis Santana has had a little bit of a rough stretch here. I think hasn't struck anybody out in the last 30 batters. What do you see with Dennis? Do they still have trust with him at the back end of the bullpen?
Early on in the year, he was doing so good at generating soft contact. And the whiffs were down, but, the contact that he was generating, it's like, okay, get quicker outs. And we just haven't seen that so far. Like, I'm looking through the data. I'm trying to find some culprits. Like, the arm angle's a little lower. I don't think that's enough to explain everything that's going on here, but maybe that could be, a part of the equation here, that mechanics just aren't what they were supposed to be or what we've been accustomed to. So we're going to see. He's been too good for too long for me to say, like, he can't bounce back here, but it's been ugly lately.
I'm going to look further ahead here. We're looking at high-leverage candidates for trade closer to the deadline. We know that this regime likes to trade with the Red Sox and a certain few teams. Could there be a reunion with Aroldis Chapman in the future? We know the impact that Aroldis had on Dennis Santana. Mm-hmm. And given his age and, the impact that he has at the back of the bullpen, do you think it would take a lot to bring him back?
I haven't heard if they are having any discussions or speculate on what the package would be, but from a fit standpoint, I think it'd be perfect. I mean, here's someone who is way up on the all-time saves list. You don't have to worry about, Santana Soto playing the matchups. You just have a guy in the ninth. Like you said, he was great with Dennis Santana and the whole bullpen, like he set a good example for them, what work you have to do between your outings, how do you prepare yourself to be in the best position possible. Like, I think he'd be a really good addition for this bullpen, and maybe the Red Sox will be a little more eager to sell earlier. But, like, even then, we are talking, I still think a July trade if that was to happen.
I want to get your opinion on this because this is something that Scott and I have talked about on the show, and it's kind of a weird situation because usually at the deadline, you're looking for two things. Reliever help, usually high leverage, and bats. Yeah. And this seems in a weird situation where the offense is really good right now, but you probably need to improve a little bit defensively. Like, how do you find that nice mix at the deadline? And if it was you, what kind of move would you make?
I mean, on the bat side, this is weird to say. I don't think I'm that eager to make a move, assuming everyone stays healthy right now. Like, I'm fine with Nick Gonzalez and Jared Triolo kind of sharing third base if that's the way that it is, going forward, assuming Nick keeps hitting and, Triolo continues to play Gold Glove level defense. It's like, okay, that would be interesting. The outfield defense could use some help, but that'd be a minor addition. Like, it's weird looking at, like, the trade deadline. I know we're still weeks away before we can take it seriously. I'd invest every single thing into pitching, like a lot of bullpen, maybe a veteran starter to help make sure that you're not going to overtax, the Bubbas and the Braxtons in there. But, like, it's weird to think, like, just 3 or 4 relievers is what you need.
I feel like my brain is on bullpen right now, so maybe this is my last question on the bullpen. Let's see. But Mason Montgomery, he's been a positive for them so far to begin the season. I look at their decision to bring up Henner Barco north. Looks like they were just trying to bring all the best arms north that they possibly could. Didn't work out in the bullpen. You look at Mason Montgomery, and he's done really well in the opener role, and whatever role he's been put in recently, except for last night, obviously Kyle Schwarber's on a tear. I'd like to think that was an anomaly. Could you see him maybe being deployed in like an Andrew Miller-esque role where he's put out there in high leverage positions, whether that's in the 5th, 6th, 8th, 9th?
I think he could do well if they went in that type of role, but I'm going to give you a different name for that. Assuming Jared Jones comes back as a starter, I mean, Majinski, he's shown that he can pitch middle relief real well. They definitely need some right-handed help. We don't know if Jared Jones is going to be a starter or reliever whenever he comes back, but either way, like I think they could fill that Andrew Miller type void. And same with Montgomery too. Like the only reason why I don't think like you can look at him like in the 8th right now is you got another lefty in Soto in the 9th. Like double lefties is a little tough.
How would you like to see Jones integrated into the staff?
I would make him a starting pitcher, and I would announce that he is a starting pitcher real soon because this whole saga has been really, really, really stupid. Yeah. Like, look at what they did with Braxton last year. He pitched out of the bullpen. That was where the opportunity was. But he was pitching like once every 3 or 4 days. He would pitch on what his normal start day would be and then what his normal bullpen day would be. This was still a pretty normal routine for him. That's your best case scenario with Jared Jones, I feel like. Like, you can't just put him in, he'll pitch the 8th and 9th, back-to-back days or anything. That's just not a realistic option. So I don't know why you would change his role, how he prepares whenever he's coming off of elbow surgery, especially when you're making it perfectly clear he's a starter long-term, and this isn't something that you could pursue further in 27 and 28. So I would just make him a starter and announce it so we don't have more incidents like in Altoona where Jared just very visibly is like, yeah, I'm not entertaining that.
We'll talk about third base real quick. We'll pivot. The last 2 games, Jared Triolo's gotten the start. Mm-hmm. Which questions, is Nicky G healthy or is...
He is healthy. Don Kelly confirmed that today. Okay. But he said today, so maybe it was something the last couple of days.
Yeah, because last night it seemed kind of, I don't know, maybe up in the air. But at the same time, do you think he's going to continue playing the matchups there at third base? Nicky G's bat has been really hot, especially with runners in scoring position. Yeah,
and as good as this lineup has been compared to last year, they haven't gotten a ton of contributions from right-handed hitters, like Reynolds, the switch hitter, but then it's Lau, it's O'Hearn, it's Cruz. Connor Griffin has been plus, the last couple of weeks. He's done a lot better, but like they don't have a ton of right-handed consistent hitters right now, and Nick Gonzalez has provided that. So I get why there's appeal to putting him in the lineup. I'd also argue that the outfield defense has been very shaky this year, so I got to build the best infield defense I can with Triolo. So assuming Gonzalez keeps hitting, I think it's probably his job, but I'm looking at opportunities to get Triolo in the lineup too.
Awesome. Well, Alex, as always, we appreciate you being on the show. We're going to have this once a week, every week, correct?
Yes, we are. I'm excited for it.
Absolutely. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
Best seats at the Pirates, can they let me run the base? Yeah, my time is like my money, cause I can't afford to waste. Wifey is a lawyer, take my date to my dates, or the steak by the plates. And